This break is brought to you by Netflix. Head on over to netflix.com/GameBreakerTV to sign up for a free 30-day trial. The final Guild Wars beta weekend event is almost here, and I might be coming down with a cold. I don't know. I might be sick by this weekend. ArenaNet has just revealed a lot of cool new things that we're going to be able to do this weekend. So here with me to talk a little bit about it is GameBreaker writer Jason Winner. Now, Jason, let's get started with some PvP. PvP fans actually have some stuff to look forward to with this beta weekend event, right?
Yeah, you absolutely bet they do. They got a new map for the structured PvP. It's called Legacy of the Foe Fire. They claim that it's going to incorporate a lot of lore stuff you're gonna like if you're a Guild Wars fan. Makes sense because you know what the Foe Fire was, of course, Mike.
Of course,
right? Of course,
because I'm such a lore nerd.
King Adelburn not liking the Charm, so tell him, get the F out, or we're going to stay here forever as ghosts and whatever. So yeah, there's going to be that sort of thing. There's going to be a new feature in World vs. World called Sentinels, which are meant for single players to take on, something you can do with a single player or a smaller group.
Before we jump into World vs. World, do we know what kind of style this new map is going to be? Is it going to still be the capture resource-based kind of system?
Yeah, that's going to be what all their maps do, but they talk about having a slightly different thing in there. That's like, just like they're all going to have their twists. That'll worth 3 capture points, but NPC guards, they're going to have those called, and team guild lords, powerful NPCs worth a lot of points if you can manage to kill them, which does actually seem reminiscent of the earlier guild versus guild battles you'd have in Guild Wars, where you'd have like your ghostly hero, I believe it was called. I never participated in them that much. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a rather nostalgic kind of way for people to look back on their Guild Wars experience and maybe take from that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so moving on to World vs. World, what's coming?
Yes, Sentinels. That's what's coming. They are singular boss-type characters. Maybe not bosses. I don't know exactly how big they're going to be, but or sentries, excuse me, not sentinels. They are solitary NPC guards that are on a capture point, worth points if you can take them out. It says they're no pushover, so it's not going to be some sort of ruffle stopping through them. And I'm sort of ambivalent about the idea. I mean, it seems like it's adding more PvE to the World vs. World map, which is supposed to be PvP. So I'm sort of like, I guess it makes sense because you can't always have your big, huge group to do stuff. And I guess it's a way for you to help out the war effort in general. They don't mention whether these capture points are worth points, like in terms of your score for your World vs. World. If they were like that, then I guess I could see it.
There's definitely a balance thing there, but I think the main thing you got to remember is the fact that you also want to have, even though I enjoy PvP, what if I don't have anyone to queue with and I want to jump in by myself? I want to still be able to feel like I can go be a part of something if I'm not in communication with the whole group. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of this, but I think you're right. You definitely want to worry about the balance aspect of it. Becoming to PvE. So speaking of PvE, they're actually going to be giving us some new zones. I mean, obviously we're looking at the Asura and the Sylvari starting zones, but is there anything else that people are going to get to look forward to?
Yeah, there's a new area called the Brisbane Wildlands. Not Brisbane, it's not in Australia. It's interior.
Oh.
Actually.
I thought things were about to get a whole lot more real.
Yeah, I know we should have had Karina do this hit probably, but no, it's on the border of the human, Asari, and Asura. God, I hate Asura. Anyway, I've just completely forgotten what they were. Yeah, it's on the border of all their lands. Apparently, there's a whole city full of Skrit there. Skrit like the little rat kind of guys who just are evil little twits. There's also the Inquests running all sorts of crazy experiments in there. They're like the evil Asura. There's a Nightmare Court. Those are the Sylvari who've gone to the dark side. Various human bandits. Everything. So there's a little bit from each of these 3 races in there. And no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Well, if you don't want adventure too, you just want to kick back. There's also vistas. These are apparently predetermined points on the map that you can interact with, give you kind of a sweeping panoramic view of the area, so you can just kind of sit back, look around, and just enjoy the prettiness.
Excellent. Now, kind of on topic of the beta, I really love my Char Warrior. I'm planning on jumping in, and I actually want to go and break the Trinity by running an entire dungeon with all DPS. That is my goal. And I'm already level 15. Now, am I going to be able to jump back onto my character at level 15? And how much fun am I going to be able to have with him or her?
You're going to have absolutely no fun with him.
No fun whatsoever. I can't even play my faithful
fun for you,
warrior.
They are wiping all previous characters in the previous betas. And of course, a wipe afterwards, before the launch. That's expected. I don't know necessarily about the idea of wiping them right now.
I mean, I get obviously wiping a character before launch. You don't want people to
Right.
go in and add it in the time, but it seems kind of strange for them to wipe them for this final beta event. You've been spending 2 public beta events trying to get your character as high as possible to experience all the content, and now they're going to basically kick you back to the very beginning and almost force you to try out something new if you were in and not getting to necessarily enjoy what you're doing. Is this because they just don't want people to necessarily get too far along in content and see too much too soon?
Well, I think they don't have most of the areas open. I mean, they only have up through whatever that level 30, 35 zone was anyway. And it's like you said, they're going to be people who might have wanted to strive themselves to get up to level 30 or so to try the catacombs, so they haven't done that yet, or to just continue playing along with whatever they're doing, exploring their area. Now it's going to be, I mean, if the Asura and Sylvari starting zones weren't going to be overloaded already, I mean, they definitely are now, because everyone's going to make a new character, and you have to think...
Might as well play something I haven't played.
Exactly. So I don't know about that. I mean, you could have just given them the option to make the new characters and play around. I was going to do that. I was going to play one of them a little bit, but then also do some stuff on my existing characters. But now I feel like I have to do that. And it's, it's a beta, it's whatever, but it'd be nice to still get a little more variety, be able to try more different things that I haven't maybe gone to already.
Yeah, definitely. Now, they've also got their gem store that's going to be involved in this beta, and it's actually going to be live and taking your money. This is something that's actually existed prior in prior beta weekends. But is this a really good idea? Is this a good idea to allow people to start adding in currency to their microtransactions policy before the game even launches if characters are going to be wiped?
Yeah, well, you're still going to get back whatever you buy with your gems. If you make purchases, you're going to get all the gems back that you paid for, because again, everything's wiped, and they don't want to wipe your cash away. They understand how that's not a good idea. But what they're really going to have to do is, they have to make sure that they don't change prices between now and then. You don't want to pay, say, $10 for 1,000 gems. I found out that only buys you like 500 gems at launch, or you don't want to buy like 4 hats for 250 each. And then find out those hats cost 500 at launch. So on the bright side, this means that we're probably going to see pretty much exactly, completely final what the numbers are going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
Now, I know in previous beta weekends, they actually gave players some currency, some gems to play around with, just so that they would get in and use it and try it out. Do we know if there's any confirmation if they're going to be doing that again?
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that, and I would also assume that if you had gems in your account previously, those will also be gone as well.
All right, guys. Well, the beta weekend event is almost here, and it starts on Friday, so be sure to jump in there. You're going to be able to find Gamebreaker in all their glory on our server. As well, right now we have a special offer going on, guys. If you head on over to gamebreaker.tv/giveaway, you guys can find out how you can win a Guild Wars 2 Collector's Edition. It's up for grabs, and all you guys got to do is go sign up and participate. So be sure to go check that out. Jason, thank you so much for the information. If you guys want more information, be sure to catch Guildcast every Tuesday at 6 p.m. PDT. It's our weekly show where we wrap up all of the news about Guild Wars 2. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.